Hi Jay, how are you?
Hi.
How are you doing?
Okay.
So, according to my notes and the report, your grandmother took a turn for the worse past couple days and is back in the hospital.
Yeah.
How are you doing with all this?
I'd like to say I'm doing great, but that'd be a lie. So, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm really overwhelmed. Like,
As you should be.
yeah, I'm really overwhelmed. I guess I'm just I'm concerned about whether or not she's gonna be okay, and she had another stroke. I mean, and I guess I'm kind of just really pissed off because, you know what I mean? Like, having a stroke at home is one thing, but, she's in the care of professionals, and, they're supposed to be taking care of her, and now she's, even worse than when she came in, and I'm just, I'm stressed out. I don't understand why this is happening.
Well, I have spoken, and I have seen the doctor's reports and stuff, and, they are doing everything that they can. It's hard because you want them just to fix her, and sometimes it's not the case, and sometimes you just have to do as much as they can. It's all life that happens.
I know. I want to try to put the blame on something or someone, but I know it's not that. But
you know what? Everyone does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's normal. It's not bad to do that.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing to do. But what I want to focus on is kind of channeling it and helping you cope with it. And it's a very stressful situation for you, being as young as you are and dealing it with all by yourself.
Yeah.
I want to help you figure out things that you can do to kind of get less stressed and be more positive in a way. Because you don't want to be not positive about this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So I know that your family lives down south. Have you talked to them about what's happening?
Yeah, I've been calling them a lot. We've been in contact a bit. They're actually going to come up in about a week. My dad's going to get off work, so they're going to come up, but they can only stay a few days. So, it'll be nice to see them, but it's kind of hard for me to explain to them exactly what's going on because obviously, I'm not a doctor, so I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
And I don't think they really realize how bad it is. It's easier to be oh yeah, everything's fine when you just hear about it, but seeing her in the stage she's in, I think they're really going to be a bit shocked.
Yeah. And you know what? When they do get here and they want to talk to the doctors, and we can even have a big meeting with the doctors, myself, because you've been talking to me a lot about what's happening, and so we can have a meeting with the doctors, myself, and your parents, and whoever else they might want to talk to, and just discuss further options and what's going to happen, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
If that makes it more comfortable, instead of trying to explain it to them.
Yeah, I definitely want them to understand where I'm at also as far as living situations and the stress I'm going through with that, because I don't know.
I could definitely help you with that.
What's going to happen.
Yeah, because you're living with your grandmother as of right now in one house together. So it's hard because if she does move to a nursing home, you'll be on your own. Which sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes, you need that push to go off on your own.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a scary thing.
Yeah.
Which, it's always. Living on your own is a very scary thing when you're first doing it. So we could talk to your parents about what you should do, and maybe even think about dorming on campus so you're not fully alone. You'll have a roommate.
Yeah, I've considered it. I thought about it, and I was thinking about how, what happens if she does, go to a rehabilitation center, and, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford just living, in her house and paying the bills on a part-time job while also going to school. So like I thought about dorming. I'm a little nervous though because like I don't really have any friends because obviously I commute, and so like making friends and making like a community for yourself is a lot more difficult that way.
Yeah.
So it'd definitely be a really weird adjustment, but I guess, you know, I'm up for whatever. I'll do whatever I have to do, but it'll definitely be kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
To do that.
And you know, sometimes change is good. It could be scary, but it could be good. Have you been seeing your grandmother a lot lately?
Yeah,
Been going there
I've
a
been
lot?
here like all the time. Basically, when I'm not in class and not working, I'm here. And obviously she's like sleeping most of the time, so I like study and do all that type of stuff when I'm here, which is good because it allows me to have that time to like
Yeah, and you're
focus on
balancing
school,
it out as well, which is
but
good.
it's definitely it's still even hard, just even when I'm like there, and even though she's like asleep, I like have a hard time just focusing on my work, but I'm doing what I can.
Now, is she responsive when she is like awake? If you talk to her?
No, she, like when she's awake, you can tell she knows like who I am, which is great. She knows like that I'm there, and she understands what's happening, but she can't verbally like produce words, which is obviously really, really sad. And of course, we hope that like she'll be able to like relearn all of that
And with
and
time,
have that
that
again.
can
I
happen.
hope so.
Because strokes, you know, that does happen.
Yeah.
I've met with a lot of people dealing with the stroke situation, and I've had a lot of good outcomes that they learn all what they've known before again.
Yeah.
And it takes time.
I
It will
hope so.
definitely take us some time, but I think she will get back. Just gotta think positive, and positive will happen.
Yeah.
It's a motto I like to live by. It's a great
It's
motto.
a good one.
Yes. Because, you know, if you think negative will happen.
Yeah.
You don't want to just think, well, you know, I'm scared that she's not going to be okay and she's not going to ever move home again, then she won't.
Yeah.
But if you say she will move home, she will come back from the way she was, she will.
Yeah, I understand that. That makes sense to me. I mean, I've always tried to be a very positive person. Obviously, it's hard, like especially like in situations like this. Like, how in the world am I supposed to be positive? But I realize it's better to live, you know, at least try to be at peace with things, and you know, even if worse like comes to worse and like things don't actually get better, it's better to live in the hope that it is to live in like the fear of it not being okay.
Definitely.
So I'm trying to remember that.
Good.
Trying to tell myself like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. Like, it's cool.
Good.
These are some
You don't want to bottle anything up either.
I do that.
And that's, I mean, you know, that's some people's way of coping with things, and
Yeah.
it's not the best way, because when you bottle things up, it's not healthy for yourself, because it kind of produces more stress on yourself, and you kind of almost get into a little depression from it.
Yeah.
And we don't want that happening to you.
Of course. I definitely am the type of person that likes to like hold everything in. I'm like, everything's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong. But yeah, that never ends up working that great for me in the end, you know, because I just kind of explode. So
what do you think you can do to kind of like change that?
Well, talking to you has been actually really helpful.
Good.
Because just being able to like tell somebody like, hey, this is what's up. Like,
Yeah.
this is how I'm stressed and I'm dealing with all this is like really good, because I usually don't really like to talk about what I'm going through with people, because I always feel like I'm going to burden them with my problems, and I know it's stupid, but like,
I think you're
whatever.
burdening me.
Well, I'm glad.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, you know, just
Here to help.
Yeah, I've been talking to my boyfriend a bit and just trying to, like, I know that he understands like where I'm at, like emotionally. I know he doesn't think I'm like being over dramatic or anything, so that's good. I just, you know, obviously I don't want to like overwhelm him either.
I wouldn't think you're overwhelming him, but you know, he's a great distraction.
Yeah.
And I know you said it was like a new relationship before. It's a great distraction though, because you need to get your mind off of your grandmother sometimes. Not fully,
Right.
but you want to go out and enjoy being in your 20s.
That's true. I do need that.
Yeah. Go out for like a night, go to the movies, just kind of like enjoy yourself, and then come back to reality slowly and deal with what's happening. And dealing little by little, but talking to people will help.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you know that and that you get the proper help with it.
Thanks.
Do you talk to your parents a lot? Like, are you close with your parents?
I'm pretty close with my parents. It's definitely a lot different because now that I'm not around them all the time, we obviously don't talk as much as we did when I lived down there.
Yeah.
But they're very supportive and very, they really like to know what's going on in my life, and they're very aware of how I feel emotionally. Like, they know when I'm stressed out and stuff like that, which is good. And I do talk to them about, what I'm going through.
Well, it's good.
Yeah.
And it's good that you have your parents to talk to.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, you see a lot of people who don't have that close relationship.
Yeah.
But, it's not good. And I'm glad that you have the close relationship with your parents, the close relationship with your boyfriend as well. Do you talk to anyone else that might be helpful, or those your core support?
Yeah, not really. Like, as far as like people go, that is kind of my people. That's it. I pray a lot, so that's really helpful for me. Like,
are you into your faith?
Yes.
A lot?
Yeah, really into it. And so is my grandma. So.
And you know what? That's a great thing to have.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people have that, and it's a great thing to have because you have someone to talk to almost. I mean, not physically, but
yeah,
you have someone there, and
I know a lot of people don't understand it or like believe in it, and you do you, but I know for me it's definitely a big help.
And no matter what faith you have, it still helps. Yeah. Like, you're still talking to someone, you're still believing in something, and it's good. And I think that will definitely help you. Don't stop praying, don't stop going to church if that's what you do. Yeah, definitely keep that up because that will help keeping the prayers to your grandmother as well.
Yeah, hope for the best. Stay positive, as you say. So
yes, positive thoughts, positive life.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about? More things about your grandmother or other things that you might be dealing with?
I mean, that's basically it. I mean, I know you understand where I'm at emotionally, where I'm like really overwhelmed and all, but like I said, it's really helpful talking to you. Just getting it out like one way or another is really, really helpful.
Yeah.
And plus, like, it just makes me feel like way more hopeful. Yeah. And even if like things don't get better, like I know that like everything will work out regardless. Like everything will be fine.
Yeah.
I just have to like remember that.
Good.
Yeah.
And if you ever need to talk while you're here, or just like you're just in a rut one day, you just need to call and talk, I'll be here. Just give me a call, and I will help you through this.
Cool.
So don't be hesitant. You're not a burden.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right.